Good morning all of you. Welcome to my YouTube channel Manu Search Institute. Today I am going to start exercise 1.5 from chapter 1 number system. Okay, in this exercise we are going to discuss about rationalization. Okay, this exercise is also known as rationalization exercise, or in the reference textbook you will get only for this exercise one chapter is there, that is called as rationalization. Okay, there are so many questions you will get from this rationalization chapter. Okay, this is one more important chapter because rationalization is used in some other related to some other concepts. Okay, like you will get rationalization in trigonometry. Okay, so before starting rationalization we will discuss little bit basics about it. Okay, so I will explain you about the operators of square root numbers. Okay, operators of square root numbers. Okay, this will give you little idea regarding rationalization, which we will use in the exercise. Okay, first of all I want to explain you about the addition. Okay, addition of square root numbers. So suppose we have root 2 plus root 2. Suppose we are adding two same square root number, root 2 plus root 2. Okay, so its addition will give you 2 root 2. Okay, how we got 2 root 2? Look at here. With root 2 there is no number, so we can write 1 as its coefficient. Okay, here also with root 2 there is no number, so 1 we can write here as coefficient. Root 2 will be common. From these two, root 2 will be common. Just add the coefficient numbers. Okay, 1 plus 1 is 2, so it is 2 root 2. Again, one more example, root 3 plus 3 root 3. Suppose I am adding root 3 plus 3 root 3. Look at here. What is the coefficient? 1. 1 plus 3, you just add it. It will be 4. 4 root 3. Root 3 should be common here. Okay. Some other value we will see. 2 root 2 plus 3 root 2 plus 5 root 2. Okay. What is common in all? Root 2 is common. So you might have understood that if the number, square root number is common, then only we can add. Okay, I will explain what will become if different square root number we will have. Okay, so 2 plus 3 plus 5, just add. 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 5 10, and I told you root 2 is common, so 10 root 2. Now one more example. Suppose 5 root 5 plus 7 root 5 plus 10 root 5 plus root 3. Okay, 5 root 5 plus 7 root 5 plus 10 root 5 plus root 3. Okay, in all the three what is common? Root 5 is common. Now add their coefficient. 5 plus 7 plus 10. 5 plus 7 12. 12 plus 10 is 22. Now what about this? I told you if the root over numbers are similar, then we can add their coefficient. If the root over number is different, we won't able to add it. It will be as it is. This much will be your answer. Okay, one more example I will give. Suppose we are adding root 2 plus 3 root 3. Okay, root 2 plus 3 root 3. Now is there anything common? Square root numbers are common? No, because it is root 2, this is root 3. So it won't be added, it will be as it is. You have to write the same value whatever is given in question, that much only will be your answer, because you won't able to add different square root number. Getting it? One more example. Suppose you have 3 root 2 plus 3 root 3 plus 4 root 2 plus 5 root 3. So which numbers are common here? Root 2 is common. So write root 2 and add only their coefficient. So 3 plus 4 will become 7. Then plus, now root 3 and root 3 is common. So add those numbers. So these two coefficients will be added. 3 plus 5 is 8 root 3. So you might have understood, whenever the square root numbers are same, only those numbers we can add. If the numbers are different, we won't able to add them. Okay, like this. One more example I will give. Suppose you have root 2 plus 3 root 3 plus 4 root 5. What will be the answer? We won't able to add. All the square root numbers are different. So it is root 2 plus 3 root 3 plus 4 root 5 as it is. Whatever is the question, that much will be your answer if the square root numbers are different. If the square root numbers are same, then you can add their coefficient. If there is no coefficient given, then you can take 1 1. Okay, here also 1 plus 3 4 we got. Okay, some other addition we will see. Okay, one more different kind of addition. Suppose what will happen if we have 2 plus root 2. Okay, here there is no square root number. Here one square root number is given. Okay, this is irrational, this is rational. So you get it that we won't able to add a rational plus an irrational. Okay, rational plus an irrational will not be added, it will be as it is. Okay, one more example. Suppose we have 3 plus root 2 plus 3 root 3. So I said the square root number should be same. It is not same. Okay, and there must be square root number to add with the other square root number. This is rational, this is irrational. We won't able to add. Okay, and this irrational is different, so we won't able to add these two also. Getting it? So whenever you have same rational number like this, then you can add the coefficient. Like this you can add the coefficient. If you have different irrational number, you won't able to add it. And if you have a rational and irrational, then also it will not be added. Okay, it will be as it is. This much will be your answer. So a rational number is there and an irrational number is there, then also it will not be added. One more example. Suppose we are adding 3 plus root 3 plus 4 plus 2 root 3. Okay, these two are rational. By 1 we can write, or simply natural number we can say. So 3 plus 4 is 7. Okay, what is the coefficient here? 1 we can write. 1 plus 2 is 3. So it will be 3 root 3. This much only will be your answer. Further you won't able to add. This much only is your answer. Don't write it as 10 root 3. Then it is wrong. Getting it? You don't add a rational number and an irrational number. It will never be added. Okay? Next. Okay. Similarly for the subtraction. One example. 3 root 3 plus 4 root 3 minus 2 root 3. Okay. First of all we will add these two. We will get 7 root 3 minus 2 root 3. Okay, what is common? Root 3 is common. 7 minus 2 is 5. The answer is 5 root 3. One more example. Suppose we will subtract 4 root 2 minus 2 root 2. So 4 minus 2 is 2 and root 2 is common between them. Getting? One more example. Suppose 10 root 3 minus 7 root 3 plus 1 root 3. So first of all we will subtract these two, plus minus minus. 7 minus 1 is 6 root 3. Now again subtract it. 10 minus 6 is 4 root 3. Either you can say this is in plus sign, this is in plus sign. 10 plus 1 11. 11 minus 7 is 4 root 3. As we have practiced for the addition, similarly for subtraction, only the similar root over numbers will be subtracted. If the root over terms are different, if the square root numbers are different, then no need of subtraction. It will be as it is. This much only will be your answer. You won't able to subtract any different square root number. Okay. Similarly, for the rational and irrational numbers, the answer will be 5 minus 2 root 2. You won't able to subtract these two numbers, because here square root is given, here there is no square root. This is rational, so you won't able to subtract any two different rational and irrational numbers. Next, now multiplication of irrational numbers. Suppose we have root 2 into root 2. Okay, suppose we have root 2 into root 2. So the answer is only 2. Root 2, multiplication root 2 is 2. How we are getting 2, that I will explain. Root 2 into root 2 we have. I will give only one square root for both the numbers. 2 into 2. Now this will become 2 square and root over. Square and root over will be cancelled. So answer is 2. Similarly, suppose I have root 3 into root 3. The answer is only 3, because we will get 3 into 3. 3 square, square and root will be cancelled. So answer will be 3. Getting? Suppose we have root 7 into root 7. Okay, so the answer is 7. Suppose we have root 19 into root 19. The answer will be only 19. Getting? If similar root over numbers are multiplied, then only that number we will get. No root over for them. Okay. Suppose we are multiplying 2 into root 3. Okay, 2 into root 3, one rational, one irrational. As we have learned in addition and subtraction, similarly the same rule will be followed for multiplication, that no rational and irrational number will be multiplied. It will be as it is. Getting? Suppose we have 4 into root 2. We will get 4 root 2. No rational and irrational will be multiplied. Okay, it will be as it is. Okay, suppose we have 7 into root 7. The answer will be 7 root 7. This much only will be the answer, because a rational number and an irrational number never be multiplied. It will be written as it is. And here multiplication sign is there. If nothing is given means multiplication sign is given here in between them. Getting? Suppose one more example, 10 into root 2 into root 2. Suppose it is given like this, then what you will do? 10 into root 2 into root 2, how much we wrote? 2. We will write here 10 to the 20. In this way you can multiply. If the irrational number is converted into rational, then you can multiply and get the number. Okay, suppose one more example, root 3 into 7 into 2 root 3. Okay, now root 3 into root 3 is 3. I said there is no sign means it is in multiplication. So 2 into 7 is 14. You can multiply the numbers. Okay, 14 3s are 42. Okay, one more example. Suppose 2 root 3 into 5 is given. You can multiply only the numbers, that is 10 root 3. Getting? Okay, one more. 24 root 2 into 10 root 2. Then multiply these two. 24 times are 240 into root 2 into root 2. 242s are 480. Getting? Suppose we have two different irrational numbers. How to multiply them? Okay, like root 2 into root 3. Now we got two different irrational numbers. So if we will keep one root for them, 2 3s are 6. Answer will be 6. Similarly, suppose we have root 5 into root 3. Okay, single root over 5 into 3. It will be root 15. Getting? One more. Suppose root 2 into root 7. We will get 2 7s are 14. Root over 14. Okay, like root 2 into root 3 into root 5. Okay, 2 3s are 6. 6 5s are 30. Answer is 30. Okay, getting? So if the root over terms are different, then also you can multiply. Okay, but if the root over is, if the irrational number is multiplied with rational, then you won't able to multiply. It will be written as it is. Getting? Okay, so whatever basic things were there I have explained. Now we can start the exercise. Okay, so now we'll start exercise 1.5. Okay, before this I taught you all the basic things required in this exercise. All the addition, subtraction, multiplication of the square root number, that means irrational and rational number. Everything I have explained, whatever is required in this exercise. Okay, which will be useful for solving the question. So we will start the exercise by solving the questions. Okay, the first question is given. Classify the following numbers as rational and irrational. Okay, we have to classify the numbers as rational or irrational by solving it. Okay, so in the first bit it is given 2 minus root 5. We have to solve 2 minus root 5, and I will write 2 minus, in place of root 5, its value we will substitute 2.2360679 dotted. Okay, this is the value of root 5. Okay, this much is the value of root 5. Now we have to subtract. So I will be subtracting 2.2360679 dotted minus 2. Okay, this is bigger than 2. So this one I wrote first, then 2, and 0.0000 everywhere 0 we have to put dotted. All the number will be carrying as it is. 2 minus 2 is 0. So we got 0.2360679 dotted. As 2.2 is bigger, so minus sign we will get. So this is our answer. As we can see the value, it is non-terminating as well as non-recurring. Okay, non-recurring means no decimal value is repeating. Okay, it is non-terminating as well as non-recurring. And we can't express the number in the form of p by q. that means this number is irrational. Okay, so the above question is irrational. Okay, next bit. Now second bit. In the second bit, question is given 3 plus root 23 inside the bracket minus root 23. Okay, so we will solve this question. I will open the bracket, as there is nothing written in front of it, so it will be as it is. Okay, as there is nothing written in front of the bracket, so 3 plus root 23 will be as it is, minus root over 23. Now as I told you in the subtraction, that in the addition and subtraction, if the root over terms are same, we can solve it. So square root terms are same, one is in plus, one is in minus, both will be cancelled, so our answer is 3. It can be represented in the form of P by Q. So clearly this answer is rational. Okay, that means this value is rational. Okay, as we can able to express 3 by 1 in terms of P by Q, so it is rational. So third bit. In the third bit, question is given 2 root 7 divided by 7 root 7. So I am writing the question once again, root 7. You can easily see that both the root over numbers are same, root 7 and root 7 is same, so we can cancel both the terms. We will get 2 by 7. Clearly it can be represented in the form of P by Q, so our answer is rational. This above question is rational. Okay, now fourth bit. In the fourth bit, question is given 1 by 2. Now 1 by root 2. Now this is the question for which I was waiting. Okay, so we will write 1 by root 2. Then what was the name of this exercise? Rationalization. So now we are going to rationalize the number. Why? Because you never write the square root number in the denominator. Try to rationalize it to take the numerator, to take the square root number to the denominator. Okay, don't write the square root number in the denominator. So what we will do, we will multiply the same numbers. Okay, we will multiply the same numbers with numerator and denominator. Okay, so root 2 into 1 root 2, and already I told you root 2 into root 2 is 2, so we got root 2 into 2. Now so the value of root 2 already we have discussed, 1.4142135 dotted divided by 2. That means we have to divide this number with 2, and the value which we will get is 0.70710678111 dotted. Clearly this number is a non-terminating and non-recurring decimal. So it is an irrational number, because irrational numbers are non-terminating as well as non-recurring decimal, and this number is non-terminating as well as non-recurring decimal, so this is an irrational number. Okay, next bit. We have to solve and check whether 2 pi is a rational number or irrational number. Okay, 2 into, we know the value of pi. Value of pi is 3.1415 dotted. Okay, so the value of pi is this. Now we will multiply with 2 and we will get 6.28210 dotted. Okay, we will get, by multiplying 2 into this number, we will get 6.28210 dotted. Okay, that means it is clear that this is an irrational number. Why? Because it is non-terminating as well as non-recurring, so this number is an irrational number. Okay, next bit. Now sixth bit. In the sixth bit, it is given question 1 by root 12. So I said we should never write root over numbers, square root numbers in the denominator. First of all, we have to take this one to the numerator. So how to take it to the numerator? As according to the chapter's name, rationalization, we will rationalize it by multiplying up and down. That means in numerator and in denominator. Root 12 by root 12. Always you multiply the same number of square root number present inside the square root, multiply numerator and denominator. Okay, so we will get root 12 divided by root 12 into root 12 is 12. Okay, now we will substitute the value of root 12 here. It is 3.464106162 dotted. Okay, divided by 12. Now we will divide this number by 12. We will get 0.288675135 dotted. So it is clear that it is an irrational number. Why? You know, it is non-terminating as well as non-recurring. okay, non-terminating or non-recurring. Okay, so you might have understood that whenever the root over numbers are given in the denominator, try to take it to the numerator by rationalizing it with the same square root numbers. Okay, by multiplying with the same square root number, the denominator square root will go to the numerator, and in the denominator we will get a natural number or whole number. Okay, next bit. Okay, now the sixth bit. In the sixth bit, question is given 5 by root 36. Okay, you know the value of root 36. Still I am explaining. 5 by root 36 is given question. Root 36 can be written as 6 square root over. Square and root over will be cancelled. So we got 5 by 6. We have to divide 5 with 6. 6 zeros are 0. 50 after putting a decimal. 6 8s are 48. 2 20. 6 3s are 18. 2 20. 6 3s are 18. 2. That means the value of this we are getting 0.8333 dotted. That is 0.83 bar. Okay, this 5 by 6 we got 0.83 bar. It is a non-terminating as well as recurring decimal. Recurring decimal. Okay, it is a terminating as well as recurring decimal. So we have learned that recurring decimal can be converted into p by q. Okay, these type of values can be converted into p by q by taking x equals to 0.8333 dotted, then we will multiply, as one number is under the bar, multiply 10, then subtract, you will get the value. That means this number or this number can be converted in the form of p by q. So clearly it is a rational number. Okay, it is a rational number. Next, now question number 2. In question number 2 it is given simplify. Okay, we have to simplify or solve the following questions. In the first bit it is given 3 plus root 3 bracket 2 plus root 2. That means brackets means it is multiplication. So we will open the bracket and multiply. First of all you write the first term. What it is? 3 and the total term given in the next part. Okay, then you write the second term, that is plus root 3. Then you write the whole term of the second part. Okay, in this way we are going to multiply. I will give an example. Suppose you have a plus b into c plus d. How to multiply this type of number? First multiply a with c plus d. That means a with all the number. Then multiply b with all the number. In this way we are multiplying always. Okay, whatever terms are given inside the bracket, each term will be multiplied with all the term of the next bracket. Okay, in this way we have to solve. So I will open the bracket and multiply. 3 into 2 is 6. 3 into root 2, we know we won't able to multiply rational and irrational, so it will be as it is. Root 3 into 2 is 2 root 3 plus root 3 into root 2 is root 6. Now can you see the numbers? This is a natural number, this is rational irrational, this is again rational irrational, this is irrational number. Okay, so first of all we won't able to add these two because here only 6 is there, here one irrational number is there. Next, we won't able to add either this, either this, either this. Why? Because root 2 plus root 3 plus root 6 will not be added because all the numbers all are different root over numbers. Okay, so nothing will be added. This much only will be our answer. Getting? Next bit. Second bit. In the second bit the question is given 3 plus root 3, 3 minus root 3. Can you able to see? Suppose I will take 3 as a and root 3 as b. That means this will become a plus b and this will become a minus b. So whenever you are getting same terms with opposite sign, you use a plus b into a minus b formula, that is a square minus b square. So what is our a square? 3 square minus what is our b square? Root 3 square. Okay, 3 square is 9. Root and square will be cancelled. 3 we will get. 9 minus 3 is 6. So whenever you are getting two terms with opposite sign and the terms are, if it is similar, then use a square minus b square formula. It is very easy to solve these type of questions. Okay, next bit. Now third bit. In the third bit question is given root 5 plus root 2 whole square. Okay, whole square means a plus b whole square. What is a square? Root 5 square plus b square plus 2a and b. Okay, a square plus b square plus 2ab. Now square and root will be cancelled. Either root 5 into root 5 is 5. Similarly, root 2 into root 2 is 2 plus 2 root 5 into root 2 is, if we will give one square root, this will be multiplied. So root 10. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus root 10. I already told you we won't able to add a simple number and a square root number. So this much only will be our answer. It will not be added further. Okay. Now fourth bit. Okay. In the fourth bit it is given root 5 minus root 2 and root 5 plus root 2. As already I told you, take the first term as a minus b, a plus b. The formula is a square minus b square. So we will get root 5 into root 5 is 5. Root 2 into root 2 is 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. Okay, it is very easy. Whenever you are getting these type of questions with a minus b, a plus b, just use the formula and solve it. Similarly, this question also. A plus b, a minus b. A square minus b square. Okay, a square minus b square is root 7 is 7 and root 5 square is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. Sixth question. In this question it is given root 7 minus root 3 whole square. So here we will use a minus b whole square. That is a square plus b square minus 2ab. So root 7 square plus root 3 square minus 2 into root 7 into root 3. Root 7 square is 7 plus root 3 square is 3 minus 2 into root 21. Okay, 7 plus 3 we will get 10 minus 2 root 21. Okay, so in this way we will solve this question. So there are so many questions where we have to use some identities like a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square and a square minus b square. By using the identities we will solve the questions. Okay, thank you all of you for watching my video. Next video will be uploaded very soon.